When we think of Thailand, what we also think of is land of mines. And we also think of another thing that this country is a nation deeply rooted in spirituality and faith. Buddhism is the soul of Thailand, with over 90% of Thai identify as Buddhist, and the religion shaped nearly every aspect of life here. From the Celine morning rituals of monks receiving alms, known as Kan Tak Bat. So we can say that the influence of Buddhism is everywhere in Thailand, even in tourism. Hi, my name is Kanokkarn Pankaew. My student number is 6702640415. And from the previous video, we can all see that what or temples are actually heart of Thai tourism. It's not just a place for people to worship, but it is a place that all visitors from all over the countries come to visit their architectural masterpiece. Okay, so from here I think we can search for the top tourist place in Thailand to see how what or temple in Thailand are actually a attractive place for the tourism. So this kind of place attract millions of tourists per year, making them central to Thailand's tourist activities. And many temples generate significant income through various channels, such as 1. Donation, 2. Entrance fee, 3. Commercial activities. For example, take Wat Po for this case. In Wat Po, attract up to 10,000 visitors per day, and each foreigners have to pay an entrance fee of 100 baht. So this can make a huge increase in the revenue of temple.
And here's the problem of these stories. So, first of all, many countries in this world, especially in Thailand, temple do not need to pay tax on this revenue. So there are two big taxations that temple can exempt. First one is income tax and the second one is property tax. Some large temples generate millions of baht per year from donation, which I would consider it as a source of income. But anyway, they are not required to report or pay on this taxation on this revenue.
วัดเนี่ยตามประมวลรัษฎากรเนี่ยไม่ได้อยู่ในกำหนดที่จะต้องเสียภาษีนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นวัดจึงไม่มีหน้าที่ต้องเสียภาษีอะค่ะอย่างที่เป็นข่าวกันว่าต้องมาขอเลขประจำตัวผู้เสียภาษีทำให้ไปลือว่าเราจะเก็บภาษีจริงๆไม่ใช่อะค่ะที่ต้องมีเลขเนี่ยเพื่อเป็นการยืนยันว่าวัดเนี่ยเป็นหน่วยรับบริจาคเพื่อให้ผู้บริจาคเนี่ยใช้สิทธิ์หักลดหย่อนได้อะค่ะที่เป็นข่าวเนี่ยไม่จริงนะคะกรมสรรพากรไม่มีนโยบายที่จะไปเก็บภาษีวัด
And I think this could lead to first one, lack of financial transparency. Is this because of the tax exemptions can lead to minimal oversight of temple financials, and without tax obligation, temple may not be required to disclose detailed financial statements and increasing the risk of misuse or mismanagement of fund. And consequently, it can be a corruption on the financial of the temple. And the second one is the loss on potential government revenue. So this result in a missed opportunity for governments to use these funds for public welfare. And the last problem that I can think of is about the economic inequality. So comparing between regular companies and temples, actually in nowadays, I think temples are more like a business than a religious place because it can generate revenues. I think somehow it can generate revenue more than some business in Thailand. So I think it is now a time that we should consider a temple as a regular business and need them to pay for the taxations.
สวัสดีครับพวกเราคือหอจกสาธุสตาร์ทอัพที่มีมิชชั่นหลักก็คือ Spiritual Anchor Development หรือว่ากันง่ายๆเนี่ยก็คือการบูรณะวัดให้เข้าถึงกลุ่มคนมากขึ้นเมื่อทราฟฟิกในวัดเพิ่มมากขึ้นปัจจัยก็จะเพิ่มมากขึ้นตามเองครับ
เราไม่ได้พูดลอยๆนะครับเพราะวันนี้เรามีตัวอย่าง success case จากวัดภูมิารามเลยจากวัดล้างที่มีคนเข้าสู่วัดที่มียอดบริจาคมุ่งหน้าสู่100 ล้านภายในไตรมาสเดียว
วัดทุกวันนี้มีการแข่งขันเข้มข้นระดับ Red Ocean เลยค่ะดังนั้นเราจึงบริหารวัดด้วยแนวคิด Marketing 4Ps Product Price Place พระ
Product ของเราคือบุญ Product เดียวที่คนบนโลกเต็มใจจะจ่ายให้กับสิ่งที่ไม่มีใครเคยเห็น
Okay, so I will bring up some movie that can give us a better ideas of how this topic can be. So the movie that I'm going to talk about today is the Satu or The Believers. This is a crime drama series. You can watch this on Netflix. Its first profit, I think it's 27 March 2024. The plot overview of this story is about the three young entrepreneurs win their endgame, who after the startup fails and find themselves in a mountain of debt. So they try to recover their financials and they plan to exploit the donation system of temples. So they're turning the faith into their business opportunities. And I think the most important part of this movie is they're trying to tell us that temple can be a business and how can corruption occur in this system. So watching this movie can give us a better view on this topic. Okay, and here is the solution for uh taxing the temples. So first I want to introduce tier taxation. So we should apply taxation rate based on the temple income level or donation level. But anyway, I think we should exempt the taxation on the small or rural temples with limited income. And here's the reason. The reason here is because that kind of temples they are mainly used on religious purpose without the tourists or the foreigners, and they didn't expect any income or generate any profit from that kind of temples. And we should impose a modest tax on high income urban or tourist heavy temples, such as Wat Arun or Wat Pankaew, which is the very attractive place for foreigners or visitors from all over the world. Um, and there is a temple that I really recommend that is a very attractive place to visit for foreigner. It is Wat Yai in Pisanlok, which is my hometown. Here you can see that like more than 50% in the holidays it is foreigners, it's not even a Buddhist. So this should be considered of. And the second solution is offer take deduction instead of exemption. This is a softer solution than the first one. So instead of full exemption, we should allow temple to deduct their taxation. So the expenses related to religious activity can be deducted to the taxations. And the donation that the temple get should be contribute to the communities, like building a park or contributing to the welfare, or maybe some kind of making this community or this country better, like making a good school for the children or some disabilities.